Time for more CEX Roulette. It couldn't go as bad as last time, surely. 0 for 2? We can't do as bad as that, can we? Maybe? Welcome to PS Too Many Games.
PS Too Many Games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS Too Many Games. Time for 3 more CEX Roulettes. Now, if memory serves you, last time, in the last episode, we did 2 of them, and they both are going back. They're both still here, by the way, so, sort of stated, but for those who remember, the disc in Robin Hood, The Siege 2 was terrible, and for some reason they sent me a French copy of K1 Premium Dynamite. And before clarity, yes, there are English copies with the British flag on it. So, CEX decided to send me a foreign version of the game. Not clever. I will be complaining about that. Morale's pretty high at the moment with the channel. For the microphone, really, I'm enjoying the microphone. I sound so much more clearer, it's untrue. It really has upgraded the terrible quality of this channel. It really has. Also, with mild improvement comes mild spending. We have broken the budget once again. We have spent a spectacular £4 on highlighters. So, that's going to get a little more colourful, but yeah. New spending reached here, people. New spending reached. Things are going, once again, rather well for the channel. As I mentioned in the last episode, games put aside for me, I will be picking up hopefully soon in the next couple of weeks. So we are marching towards 1900 actually rather quickly. And with other games I'm eyeing up from not YouTube, good lord, eBay, Vinted, and actual CEX itself, we should be hitting 1900 by hopefully at the absolute minimum latest August, maybe late July. And by then, I guess there's 4 to 5 months to find another 100 games before the end of the year, because the goal is to get to 2000 by the end of the year. So 158 games to find out of a possible 400. Actually, it's not as easy as it sounds, because the hard ones are really going to start being a problem, especially the ones that CEX don't sell, and the ones I've got to find in Europe, and of course, Australia. They give me a pisser, and the odd Indian game too. I am getting a lot of help from viewers and people from Discord, and they're making it so much more easier for myself, so thank you. But just remember, if I don't have the money, I'm not going to buy the game then. Just remember that. I can't just throw a shit load of money at one go, because I haven't got it. Poor vernacular, I understand, but I've got to get the message across.
I moved here from Canada, and they think I'm slow, eh?
I've got to be honest, when recording, I can tell the difference with the 60 frames per second, but when watching it, I can't tell as much. I don't know if it's because the way YouTube videos are done, that you can't get 60 frames per second on YouTube, unless it's like 4K. I'm not like an Einstein when it comes to video grade format. We basically publish videos in full HD 1080 HD, what the fuck? One's a source and one's a definition. Oh god. We try and publish at least in HD. I would love to go to 4K one day. I really would. I don't know if this camera can do 4K, but I'd love to do that one day. A 2-camera setup one day would be quite nice. I mean, I've already tried twice and it's failed miserably. It would require a second phone. I'm sure it's possible, but linking the audio at the same time would be a colossal pisser. And the fact that this room's only about 8 foot, about 8 to 10 foot width. It's not a big room. I would say behind you, you're seeing half the width of the games room. But if I put a camera, let's just, I wonder if I can do this. If I put a camera on the top shelf there, I'm sure that could work. The problem is you'd be looking straight at the fucking window. So, probably have to put it on the windowsill, maybe. But that's an idea of 2 cameras. But obviously 2 cameras will cost me a lot of money. And trying to link the audio, I don't know if Dave's capable of doing that, but we did it one time and Dave said it was a pisser. But that was like a year and a half ago, so maybe Dave's quality of editing has massively improved since then. I mean, both our editing skills have massively improved since the start. Trust me, the start in episodes, dark days. Anyway, let's get the actual CEX Roulette themselves. But by the way, for full context, this is being recorded before the Norwich game market on the bank holiday Monday. This is recording on a Sunday, so by then, this probably will come out after the gaming market, depending on who's editing it. So this might be old, but hopefully I do well. I don't know at this point, obviously, because it hasn't happened yet. I know I mentioned before in the last episode, but the fact that I got 5 parcels right, and they're all of differing sizes, and they're all like differing things for like 1 games each, really confuses the hell out of me. If someone could explain to me why I've been sent 5 different size packages for 5 separate games that are the same size cases, that would be greatly beneficial, because I'm really confused by it. But remember, this is CEX who sent me a game where the disc is really badly scratched, and the other one's fucking French. Nothing against the French, but when you're in Great Britain, you want a game in English. Anyway, let's open the first one. Ooh, straight in. I do like the pawns thing. Let me put that in the bin over there. Let me see. Right. Oh, okay. I got to be honest. Some of these games I kind of forgot I ordered, but I did. This game was taking ages to find. You would have thought this would be a reasonably common game, and to be honest, you probably could find it in most CXs, but just not part of the collection yet. Whoa! Nearly dropped it. Jesus Christ! And that is Kim Possible's What's the Switch? Now, that really confused me when I read that, because first of all, for those who don't understand, Kim Possible is a Disney cartoon from the early 2000s. Probably one of the last good Disney cartoons before the Disney Channel went down. How can I put this? In the late 90s and early 2000s, about 2003, 2004, Disney had quite a good selection of cartoons and like light adult comedies. So obviously cartoons like Recess, Kim Possible, and then there's like lower quality ones like Pepper Ann. And there's other ones that the Proud Family some people liked, didn't like it. Then there were some like light adult comedies from America. Smart Guy, that was a weird one. Obviously the very popular Boy Meets World, which was actually quite a popular show and some people remember to this day quite fondly. Then there's other like comedies that were just terrible. Teen Angel. Oh my god, that was a terrible comedy, which ran 2 seasons unbelievably. Anyway, these programs made up quite a good like watch back in the day. We're talking like late 90s, early 2000s. And I watched them, they were my genre. This came just after my genre. But I have watched quite a few of these episodes in like college days when I was just like had nothing better to watch. And for a cartoon, it's actually pretty good. It really was. Some of the jokes actually were quite funny. Kim Possible and her sidekick Ron Stoppable, who's also voiced by the guy who was Eric in Boy Meets World. Yeah. So anyway, interesting to note, the person who was Eric in Boy Meets World, apparently they thought he was going to have a massive career because he was that popular. But then he had basically, like a lot of actors have, he had a bit of a, not a real mental breakdown, but when it came to acting, the pressure just got to him and he just cracked. And that's the reason why he never became big time, even though he had the looks and he was actually quite a popular actor at the time. Some actors just get to a point and then just mentally break. I still like him though. But he does a lot of voices for cartoons and he was Ron Stoppable and Kim Possible. Sorry for that diatribe. Anyway, you would have thought this would be actually a hard game to find. Easy game to find. It really wasn't. It's one of those places where it's never been where I've been. You understand what I mean? Also, the catchphrase, what's the switch? I believe her catchphrase was, what's the sitch? As in situation. So that confused me. Anyway, back of the cover. What's the switch? The minds of Draken, Dr. Draken, he was the main arch-villain, and Ron, Unstoppable, the sidekick, for the first time ever, play as Kim Possible, Shigo, Dr. Draken's basically henchman Shigo, but she's really tough. And Rufus. Rufus is the naked mole rat in the middle there. By the way, naked mole rats, they're interesting creatures. And that's pretty much it. Save the day together, no big deal. That's all they give you. Basically this game, I think they swap the minds of Ron Stoppable and Dr. Draken, which I think they do in the actual kids show, and they actually find out Ron Stoppable's actually an incredibly good arch-villain. I'm getting some strong memories. Anyway, this game would cost you between £10 and £15 at CEX, I think. First of all, the case is reasonably scratched, but I can change case, so that's not an issue. Oh, no manual! Instant return! We're not for free! Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm so disappointed. Disappointed! They took the piss even more. They put the thing inside the manual, because I was looking for where's the receipt for this. They put it inside. £12 apparently it's cost me, and I'm going to get that £12 back, you trust me. I think they're starting to take the piss. Let's look at the discs funsies. That's not great either, so... After all that like backstory into the actual cartoon, we're now 0 for 3. I'm genuinely disappointed. So I'll be looking for another copy of this if anyone's interested. I'm genuinely annoyed. Tent number 4 at CEX Roulette I'm going to keep. There's only 2 games left including this one. By the way, this is by far the best packaged one yet. Someone actually tried with this one, so good for you, random person. I've got to actually... There it is. Right, let's just put that in the corner in the bin. Okay, so this is another Phoenix game. Doomsday Racer. Already, I'm not feeling it because this feels very light. Like, really light. All of a sudden. Phoenix game. Doomsday Racer. I'll play the jingle. Oh, it's the Portuguese version. Once again, I don't know if it's a British version of Doomsday Racer. I will Google that, but that already gives me the feeling of returning. Because the back's all in Portuguese. No manual. Yes! The disc is actually perfect. But that's 0 for 4. We are getting some seriously atrocious luck. But once again, this is 2 straight that's out. 2 of the 4 games we ordered from CEX. 2 of them have been foreign. Now, I don't know if they actually... How can I put this? Beforehand, I've never had an issue of getting foreign games from CEX. Never had an issue. This is now twice in 2 episodes. I don't know if it's on purpose. I'm hoping someone's going to put in the comments if they're allowed to do that or not, but I don't know if they are allowed to give you foreign games. They should be taking them in for obvious reasons. I know there are some PS2 games that actually are foreign, blah blah blah, yakety smackety, but not in this country. Maybe in Portugal CEXs, but not in Great Britain. I'm getting actually quite pissed off now.
Everything you say to me is pissing me off.
There's 2 levels of pissed off I get. I get generally like really upset, and then there's like mid pissed off where I'm to start laughing it off. But yeah, this is actually fucking terrible. These are all going to go back to Great Yarmouth. It's not Great Yarmouth's fault, by the way. They're my local CX. I always return to them, but I will make the point, and they know they're not blaming them. Anyway, last parcel, the one that's mysteriously in the big ass box. By the way, it came with elastic band. By the way, there was nothing attached to this parcel. So the question is, why is there elastic band on it? Oh, okay. Now, I have no idea why, because... Safe! I have no idea why I come in a big box. Can we actually go for the mythical 0 for 5? The getting none of these. Okay. Oh, to be fair, this is the only one that's come actually wrapped in like... So the person who wrapped this... Good for you.
Nice job, Kermit.
Fuck you!
Nice job, Kermit.
Fuck you!
Nice job, Kermit.
Fuck you!
You've actually can use that box. Yeah, you know what? I respect it. I respect you. They didn't put the price to this one is. Oh, okay, I remember. So, first of all, let's see if actually... Wow, they're giving you a lot of this. Not bad, not bad, CX. This person actually bothered. Right, so, the last chance. Speed Racer, the video game. First of all, it is the British version. That's always a good start. Always a good start. While you look at that. Are you the next World Racing League champion? It's a fight to the finish as you compete at amazing speeds, racing as your favourite speed racer characters, performing tricks and pull off insane stunts through incredible twisting stadium tracks, all while fighting against rival racers with incredible car fu action. Master the art of car fu to smash, flip, jump and spin through amazing stadium tracks. Feel the rush of combat racing at over 400 miles per hour and challenge your friends with multiplayer spit. Fuck, I was so close! Split screen racing. I was so close to going through in one simple take. I'm so angry. Anyway, first of all, there's no actual stick on the front. That's always a good start, apart from that one. This one feels a little more weightful. Oh, so far, the case looks good. This feels good. It has a manual. Okay. The manual seems to be in very good condition. It's in English. Could this be the one we keep? The only thing that's stopping it is the disc. This looks alright. Oh, yes, we will keep it. We are 1 in 5. 20%. Woo! 20% for CEX. Still piss awful, but we can add that to the collection. Speed Racer, the video game. We own it. So we're now 1843. Before you ask, yes, that is blue. The 3 is blue. I did that purposely to fuck with some people. Some people are going to look at it and go, I hate her. Oh my god. New pens. I got some new pens. I paid a sizzling like £2 for like some different highlighter board pens. I was like, you know what? Let's use them. Anyway, back on topic. It is shockingly bad when I order 5 games from CEX and only one of them has everything a collector would keep. When 2 of them are foreign games, and one I already know, K1 Premium, comes in British version. I can't speak for the actual Phoenix game, Doomsday Races, but I feel it would come with a British version, actually in English. When 2 of your 4 games are actually not the British or English version when you actually live in Britain, that's bad. The Forest one, the disc was bad, so okay. Then the other one had no manual. So, to summarise, 20%, 1 out of 5, I kept. That's bad. If you're not at least hitting them at minimum half, that's bad. They should never, unless there is no British version, they should never send out foreign games. And yes, I own some foreign games, but the point is, A, the case is either written in English or it plays in English. Like last episode, I'm keeping that Italian version of Ultimate Ninja 4 just for the sleeve. I've already got a British version. If you understand what I mean. The point is, every game I own plays in English unless it was not released in England. Obviously, there's some French exclusive where there was no English version. I understand that. You shouldn't be sending out games which were not designed to be read in English or don't play in English if you come from an English company. That's wrong. As a YouTuber, I'm one of the people who defend CEX but gives out at the same time. I'm not one of those YouTubers who go CEX are fucking awful in everything they do. There's good and bads. This is the bad side, where they keep games they shouldn't send out because people don't pay attention. I pay attention. I'm not even angry at this point. I'm bitterly disappointed. 1, you can get away with. 2 out of 5, where it's foreign. It's like, no, that's purpose. That's on purpose. That's not good. And clearly these were packed by 5 different pickers because they're 5 different size boxes. I understand that. Only one of them, the big box, was packaged beautifully, and that's the one game we kept. So that guy, props to you. Props to you. The other 4, obviously, some people don't care about manuals, so the Kim Possible game I would have kept if it had a manual, but no manual is going back. The Siege game probably you could play, but it looks awful, so I'm not keeping it. But the other 2, no, should never be sent out. And sorry to be a bit of a downer, but I'm genuinely annoyed. I'm genuinely actually upset. Anyway, that's his episode. So, to summarise, of the last 2 episodes of CEX Roulette, we are 1 in 5. That's the worst rate we've ever had on this channel. I've never done 5 CXs at once. I've done maybe 2 or 3 at a time, but I've never had such a lucky hit and miss ratio as you've seen in the last 2 episodes. Once again, thank you for getting those free games for Bologna, Italy. I appreciate you. It sounds like it's going to be even harder to get some of these games now. That is starting to terrify me a little. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe. I do reply to all comments, even the people trying to insult me. Anyway, so 1 out of 5, Speed Racing now part of the collection. The other 4 will go back to either Norwich or Great Yarmouth with the receipts, and I should get my money back. Huzzah! Anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know why I just bowed. I'll speak to everyone later. Bye.